Hey, Daphne's here.
Oh, Blake Shelton. I'm road tripping in Orlando at Blake Shelton's new restaurant, Old Red, chowing down on some of his favorite food.
I bring out the poetry in brisket sandwiches.
And
she really gets into this.
he's dishing about life at home with Gwen. And how she's changed his life.
No matter what, she has my back. It's the greatest feeling ever.
Plus, his decadent gift for Gail and Jamaica. That's next. Welcome to a very big episode of The Good Dish. Now, you've seen some of your favorite stars cook in this very kitchen, but sometimes the food is so big, it's so good, we have to go right to them. I recently took a little road trip down to country superstar Blake Shelton's newest restaurant, Old Red in Orlando, for a really fun interview with Blake himself. He was so generous to show me everything on his menu, and we talked about it all, you guys. We covered food and music and family, cooking with Gwen. He even chatted about gators, believe it or not. I had a great time, and so will you. Take a look as we go inside Blake's new restaurant, Old Red. He's been called Nashville's ambassador to America. Blake Shelton is a country music superstar, coach on the blockbuster competition show The Voice, proud husband of pop icon Gwen Stefani, and the inspiration behind the Old Red restaurant and music venues opening up all across the country. I'm here at Old Red Orlando to catch up with Blake Shelton, who's in town for Spring Blake. Yes, I said Spring Blake. More on that later. But first, I'm heading into the kitchen to see what's cooking here at Old Red. Mark IV is the executive chef at Old Red Orlando. It smells so good in here. What are you working on?
We're working on an Old Red favorite, our Austin brisket sandwich.
Ooh, a brisket sandwich. Okay, what's the key to nailing a brisket sandwich?
Well, first of all, selecting the right brisket, the rice spice blend, and cooking it low and slow.
Okay, what's going on yours?
We rub our brisket in mustard in our house brisket rub, and then we smoke it for 14 hours at 190 degrees.
This one looks hot and delicious.
This one just came out of the smoker. I'm gonna slice them up.
Place. So good.
Would you like to try? Here's a prize burnt end.
You love me. You really love me. You gave me the burnt end. That's good. Wow, wow. Look at this. Just fall apart. Oh, my goodness. Okay, let's make this sandwich. It sounds too good to be true.
All right, so we're going to start with our chorizo link on the bottom.
And you smoke this, too?
We smoke this for about an hour and a half at 180 degrees.
Wow.
And then we get our freshly sliced brisket on there.
Whoop, whoop. Brisket down. Okay. Oh, wow. You loaded up.
And then,
how do you make money on this sandwich? This is amazing. Oh.
And then we hit it with the white barbecue.
Wait, talk to me about the barbecue sauce. What's going on in here?
So it's a mayonnaise-based sauce. It's got horseradish, little gochujang, paprika, and a couple of apple cider vinegar.
Beautiful. And check out these onions. Wait, we got to just show the people what they came to see. Oh, my goodness. Look at that.
So now we're going to build some of the vinegar slaw right on top of that. Nice large portion size. We're going to take all these onion straws.
Oh, my gosh. Wow.
And then we're going to top it off with our pickled okra.
I love this.
And this is our Austin brisket sandwich.
Oh, my goodness.
Hey, Daphne's here.
Oh, Blake Shelton, just in
What's
time.
happening?
We made lunch.
What did you make her?
Austin brisket sandwich.
Nice, nice. Looks good.
I want to taste it.
Let's take it out here.
Let's do
We'll
it.
talk for a minute.
Very good, very
I'm gonna
good.
eat that. Did you get me one too?
Oh, well, we shared this one, no?
Dang right you did. Okay.
First of all, I had no idea you were so tall. I mean, I saw the cutouts. I was like, oh, this guy blows himself up. You are very tall. and you have made a very tall boy sandwich.
This is like different elements of everything that I love. So there's brisket on there. I love to smoke when I'm at the house. And I love fried stuff. So there's some fried onion rings on there and coleslaw.
I gotta tell you, smoked brisket, one of my favorite things, only to be topped by fried onion shoestrings. And
It's all on there.
Pickled okra. You take a sip of your drink.
Okay, go for it.
Are you really gonna make me do this alone?
I'm just watching you.
You know.
I have a weird thing about liking to watch people eat.
It's got everything going on. It's got smoky and savory and perfect. The bread is soft. The onion rings, not even onion shoestring rings, so crunchy, nice and spicy. Love that. And the pickly slaw with that gorgeous pickled okra on top. This is a balanced bite.
You're so good at this.
Love this.
I mean, listen to you just roll all that stuff out. When I eat it, it's just like, man, that's good.
We need
How
that
do you just pick out all that stuff? You're so good at this.
This
It's
is my
amazing.
love. This is what I love to do. I mean,
Wow.
honestly, you bring out the poetry, you know? But I have to say,
Hear that?
I'm admiring.
You're welcome, America. I bring out the poetry in brisket sandwiches.
You said you smoke brisket at home. I feel.
I try.
But that's
try.
a huge deal. That's a very ambitious project to take on.
Mm-hmm.
Where did this culinary ambition come from?
I'm from Ada, Oklahoma originally, but now I live in Tishomingo, Oklahoma. And if you drive down the streets there, the back roads, almost every house you pass has like a smoker, like one of those that's on a trailer, like homemade. We're talking about some homemade smokers, like the
ingenuity.
55-gallon drums with, like they've welded to something else, you know, a locker or something stupid, you know.
Yeah.
And so I started deciding that you're really not a man in my area unless you know how to use a smoker.
Okay.
So I got smokers. I'm not saying,
big one?
yeah, I have one on a trailer. I have one of those that is like a custom-made one with the shelves in it and stuff. Now I do smoke stuff, but it doesn't taste like this. My goal is to be able to make something like this one of these days, but for now, we just hire people that are really good at making stuff like this.
I also did see you guys you and Gwen making your Christmas timpano. Another ambitious move. I feel like you don't go small.
She really gets into this, like the prep work starts days before we make it. It's a big deal.
I appreciate the commitment to that food experience. And look, Christmas meals you get like once a year. So, you know, we want to continue that tradition. And I do feel like since getting married, you've inherited a big family, a big Italian family.
A Brady bunch. I love it. I mean, I come from a really big family. My grandmother had 8 kids, so you can imagine.
She's my idol.
Yeah. The thing that is amazing about Gwen and her family, though, is like we used to have get-togethers with my family, 4th of July, Thanksgiving, Christmas. There's the Stefani way is Sunday, like every Sunday and maybe Saturday because tomorrow's going to be Sunday. Let's do Saturday and Sunday. So everything is like a reason to get together and cook, and it's so much fun because we just look. I love to eat. They love to cook, and everything works out.
Symbiotic relationship. I do feel like you guys, it's clear when you're performing together, you're having a great time. It feels like when you're cooking together, you're having a great time.
I feel like I'm a good sous chef for her because I'm like, tell me what I can do to help you, because she tries to take it all on, and so, you know, she'll chop that onion or boil this or whatever. So I have a blast. I can drink and help her cook. It's my favorite thing.
Are you looking for another gig? Because I feel like we could definitely use you.
You need it right here on Good Dish?
When we come back, Blake shares some good old Southern fried food and opens up about his early days in Nashville trying to make it on the country music scene. Spoiler alert, he made it. And later, Blake opens up about life at home and what he and Gwen love to cook. Welcome back to The Good Dish. Today, I'm road tripping in Orlando at Blake Shelton's new restaurant, Ole Red. He and I sat down to share some good old Southern fried food and chat about what else? Music.
All right, listen, I know you're super busy, but before you leave, you have to try something here. This is...
What do you have?
Thank you, buddy.
Oh, thank you
This
so much.
is gator wings, okay?
Like barbecue, like chicken wings?
No. It's alligator wings.
Alligators don't have wings, Blake. They don't fly.
You obviously don't know about Florida wildlife because they do. This is alligator legs, and we cook them up like chicken wing here, and it's shockingly good. I know it's an alligator, okay? Let's just address the elephant in the room.
Yeah.
But it's damn good, okay? I'll even try one of these.
Please, you better not make me eat this alone.
No, I
okay.
won't.
Wow. I've never had alligator
Oh my God!
leg
All the
before.
kids are talking about it.
All right.
Does it taste like an alligator?
Tastes like chicken.
Yeah.
Give me your tasting notes.
It's just like my grandma used to make.
I'll be honest, I love whatever this orange barbecue glaze going on is. It's nice. Do I have lipstick on my face? I feel like I'm a mess right now.
No, but you do have wing sauce all over your face, but no lipstick.
Great,
Yeah.
great. Blake, you really hit it out of the park here. The eating at Ole Red is so delicious. I hear the singing's even better.
Yeah,
And
the eating is just the opening act for what we do here, which is country music. Actually, all kinds of music. I like to talk about country music, but there's room for all kinds of music here, and I've had a blast, you know, being a part of designing the stages. And I was 10 or 12 years into my career before I had access to this kind of production with a screen like that and the lighting. I don't think anybody can beat this for up and coming artists.
Well, you're right. You're, you know, up and coming. You're fighting being the back corner of a darkly lit, you know, not
the environment that you're in.
Yes.
I mean, we played places that didn't even have a stage. You know, it would just be the corner of a building, and you know, looking back, that was. I love to be able to say that I did that, but I don't ever want to do that again.
You mentioned The Voice. It's such a triumph watching the show, and it's you can feel people getting their big break. That is something that it's rare for the average person watching at home to get to experience that level of just watching someone's life change.
Yeah.
What is that like for you, and what is star quality? Like, what are you looking for when you're picking that person?
Man,
out of the crowd?
if I could put my finger on that, I would have been retired a long time ago. But some people have this thing that you just want to see them. You just want to hear them. You want to know what they're talking about and why they're saying it. And when they happen to be a great singer at the same time, then this magical thing happens and they become a superstar. You know, which is it's rare. And on The Voice, you know, I feel like we spend more time trying to find people that have a talent that maybe have other things that have been in the way, whether it's something in their personal life that they haven't been able to actually go for it, or whatever it could be, anything you can think of. And that's why when we hear the singers, we're not seeing them. They could be the most beautiful person in the world or the ugliest person on the planet. We don't care. We want to know if you're a good singer or not. That's how you get on our show, and I'm really proud of that.
As you should be. I think it's part of what makes it so exciting, because it's anyone's game. But you just said something very powerful, which is that we all get in our own way half the time, and it's so interesting. You probably see people for what they can be before they're even seeing it for themselves.
And the ugly comment, I was obviously talking about Adam. We allowed Adam onto the show for years, and we overlooked the fact
salty, Blake Shelton.
that he's disgusting.
Yeah, wow, bold moves. You know, I do feel like you guys have this, well, it's almost love-hate, but the love part is, you know, it's deep. It's a deep love.
But if I didn't love him, I wouldn't talk about how ugly he is.
Who's the better cook?
I don't even think Adam could change a flat tire, much less make a grilled cheese. Like, he's so rich that he just hires someone to come make him a grilled cheese or a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. He doesn't need to know that stuff. He's so rich.
They also all, even, you know, beyond Adam's reign, they all seem to give you a really hard time on The Voice about your wardrobe. What's that about?
I feel like it's more of a uniform than it is a wardrobe. It's because I wear the same clothes season after season. It's not my fault. It's my stylist's fault.
Oh, just throw her under the bus.
I know, she drinks a lot, and I feel like she doesn't remember. Oh my God, I wore that last week. I wore that last week, Susie. It's like, okay, that's all I have. So I wear a lot of the same clothes.
Well, it feels like utilitarian, like you could do anything. You could change a tire. You know, you could get on stage.
Very manly. I'll take that as manly.
Very manly. Speaking of getting on stage here, you are in town for Spring Blake. Did you plan?
No, I didn't invent Spring Blake.
Your name around Spring Blake.
Let's get that out of the way. I'm still not sure how comfortable I am with the branding of Spring Blake. I'm a team player. I'm going with it. I just want to sing, okay? So I said, yeah, call it the week,
Wait,
whatever you want to call it.
What is Spring Blake? Spring?
It is Spring Blake. You're saying it right. It sounds ridiculous, doesn't it?
Spring Blake.
Oh, Spring Blake. Basically, just a kickoff of really the concert series, which is,
cool.
you know, we'll have music from morning till the end of the night.
And let's talk about performing on stage when you and Gwen perform together. Do you guys have overlapping artistic tendencies, or do you feel like you have to negotiate when you get to the stage together?
No, it's very seamless and natural. You know, when there's times when if I'm out doing a show and Gwen happens to be there, and she'll come out and do a couple of songs with me and surprise the crowd. It is the most exciting thing for me, because, you know, I think people have in the back of their mind, you know, I wonder if Gwen, you think Gwen's here? What if Gwen's here? What if she comes out? You know, and then that moment that it happens, it's just like this eruption, like a deafening eruption, and I have so much, like just a sense of pride about it that I wish she could be at every show, and I wish I could be at every one of her shows, but it doesn't always work out like that. But when it does, man, it's the greatest moment I've ever experienced.
Okay, next up, I know you guys can't get enough hearing about Blake and Gwen, and when we come back, more about Blake and Gwen, and also our shared love of s'mores. I'm back road tripping with Blake Shelton here at Ole Red, Orlando. Gwen's been quoted saying that you are her favorite person, and you've said that she saved your life. What does that mean?
Well, I think it's pretty self-explanatory. We found each other at a very low point in each other's lives, you know, and I think she kept me from going to, you know, to the absolute bottom. You know, it was like literally falling off a cliff, and hand reached out and caught me is what it feels like. And I don't know, I've never had that with somebody where it just felt like no matter what, she has my back. It's the greatest feeling ever. For sure.
That's I think what all marriages hope to have, and it's incredible that you were both able to do that for each other.
Yeah.
That's a very special point. And then after that, you moved her to Oklahoma from Hollywood. What was that about?
She comes to Oklahoma a lot. Let's not confuse it. She still lives in Los Angeles, and I do pretty much too, you know, but we get to escape to Oklahoma, and I'm there, you know, more than she is because I have, you know, things to look after there. But she loves
Your
it
smokers.
there. My smokers. That's right. Still learning. There's probably one going right now that I forgot about. But she loves it there. She loves the freedom there and the being able to just kind of let your guard down and not have to, you know, stress about where the paparazzi's hiding today and just dumb things like that she became so used to in her life that she comes to a place now where she truly experiences some freedom. And she loves it.
What's your normal day like there?
Well, it depends on the time of year, but Gwen is so into flowers that she has now like acres and acres of ground that I've had to, you know, work up and get ready, and she gets out there. She saw the jacket.
She said, this guy, he knows how to get in the garden.
I get out there with the tractors, but she does most of the work when it comes time to planting. I mean, she wants to plant the flowers. And I mean, when I say acres, I'm serious about it. Like any kind of flower you can think of, whether it's zinnias or sunflowers or bulbs, all that stuff. She loves experimenting with it and cutting them when they grow, and that's her other music in her life.
I love that. All right, one last fun question, because you put up a picture on your Instagram recently of you as like a 4-year-old, 5-year-old little boy, so cute. And it reminded me that you used to do beauty pageants when you were little. So I need to see the stare or the smile or the whatever, beauty pageant winning.
Well, that's this.
Yes.
But to be clear, I don't have Instagram. My people have Instagram, and it is official and all that, but I don't put crap on Instagram. I don't mess with it. I don't have it on my phone. I'm way too offensive. They handle all that.
Well, I see you there at 10:30 at night.
I would not have put a picture of myself doing pageants.
Well, you should have seen what they
sober.
wrote.
I wouldn't have done it when I was sober.
Well, Blake Shelton, before I let you go, anything you'd like to say to my co-hosts, Gail and Jamaica?
Oh, actually, you're damn right that I do. I want you to take this. I had some s'mores made for them.
Ooh.
I don't know how far you have to travel to get this to them. I would suggest maybe taking the ice cream off and freezing it. And if you could return the skillet, guys, just whenever you're done with it, send it back. And if you, may not be any left for you guys, but.
Say it with s'mores if you're gonna say it at all.
Oh, wow. Can we get the skillet back?
No.
You can FedEx it.